So finding motivated sellers in real estate is the key to winning. You have to find off-market, underpriced properties to be profitable in real estate. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to find motivated sellers on Propstream. All right, so in this crazy real estate market, is it still possible to find deals? Is it still possible to get off-market, discounted properties where motivated sellers are begging you to help them out of their situation? Yes, it is, and I'm gonna show you my secret weapon right now. All right, so I've actually got my own personal Propstream open, and I'm gonna show you exactly how to find motivated sellers, off-market deals on Propstream. So I'm just gonna use an example county. I'm currently standing in Orlando, Florida as we speak. I'm gonna pull it up here on Propstream. And one of the fastest ways you can go is just by clicking the filter button. And there's something called the quick list choices. You know, a lot of people miss this with Propstream. They don't actually explain this, but vacant houses, vacant offices, vacant parcels of land, which they actually have right here down at the bottom, vacant land. But let's just start with the vacant house list. You know, one way you can kind of take this down is there's currently 42 vacant houses right now in Propstream. It could possibly include, let's just go to see what I've got residential checked. So that's definitely residential vacant houses. Let's see how many vacant properties there are total in Orlando, Florida right now. Currently there's 52, so not a lot. I would probably mail this entire list plus skip trace them and call them and text them. I'm gonna show you the fastest way to mail and skip trace directly from Propstream. But you can select the unique properties, then you wanna add to list. You actually wanna name your list, what it's called. So vacant property Orlando. I love to label these, and then you just wanna hit save. I'm not gonna save it, I'm just gonna go to ones I've done in the past. All right, my properties, and then let's just go to Denver list. All right, so the best way to start mailing these people is just click the select button, and then you go to new campaign. I talked about skip tracing already. Look at this, 12 cents a record. You can get these people's email addresses and their phone numbers and start reaching out to them right away to see if they'd be interested in selling that vacant property. Another way is, let me close this, is by sending a postcard campaign. Now, the more you send, the less it costs. You know, I recommend just sending the 4.25 by 6. I do another version of the 4.5 by 6. But basically, these are very cheap, 43 cents a piece or 12 cents a piece if you want to reach out. I recommend doing both, sending a postcard and skip tracing it. Let's go back and check out some other list. Close. Let's go back to search. Go back to Orlando, Florida, and I'm gonna filter it, and I'm now going to go back to liens. Another one that's overlooked by a lot of people are liens. This could be liens from the city. This could be liens to where they didn't mow the grass. They could be liens literally from, you know, a mechanic's lien that put on a new roof and they didn't pay for the roof. All these things. Pre-foreclosures. Pre-foreclosure is more like lis pendens or notice of default to where people aren't paying their mortgage. They're behind on their mortgages. Let's see how many properties are in pre-foreclosure right now in Orlando. And I just realized I had another filter checked here, and it was corporate owned. Let's take out that. Let's just look at all the pre-foreclosures currently right now in Orlando. 1,211. And I wanna go back. I wanna go back to that quick list choice that I did to vacant, and I wanna go and look and see, okay, 7,000 vacant properties total. I realized, so I'm glad I did that. I caught my mistake there. I had corporate owned selected only. So we're looking at all the vacant properties in Orlando, and then I'm gonna go back to characteristic, and I'm looking at all properties. We're just gonna click residential, and that will show me all the vacant properties. There's 5,751 vacant properties. We select the ownership info and go to corporate. They're owned by like an LLC. There's 1,400 vacant homes. Now these could be properties that are rentals or they're fixing them up. I am personally interested in properties that are individually owned. So I'm gonna go back to property ownership info, and then I'm gonna select individual and then take out the corporate. Now we're talking 3,901 individually own vacant properties. This would be individual like where Brent Bowers owns it or John and Mary Smith own it, not like an LLC like I Buy Houses LLC. These are people that individually own this property where it's probably hurting their pocketbook to have this property sit vacant. So these people probably need to be reached out. All right, more ways on finding motivated sellers on Propstream. But before I get into that, I want you to smash that subscribe button and also give me a little extra love by hitting that like button. All right, let's keep going. So I talked about pre-foreclosures. Let's go to another one that I love. I know this is really on finding motivated sellers, but I want to show you how to find motivated cash buyers as well. By just selecting this, cash buyers. If you notice, there's 19,833 cash buyers that have bought in Orlando for single family residential houses. But that's a lot, right? But let's go to the fact and see what's happened in the last 2 months. I'm gonna go to ownership info, last sale date, today, and let's go back 2 months, 1, 2, select it. There have been 187 cash transactions in the last 2 months by individuals, so we're gonna take that out in Orlando, Florida. Now look at that, 539. These people would probably be interested in finding your smoking hot deals when you find a motivated seller on Propstream. All right, that was a little bonus. That was one of my ninja tricks. Let's go back to the filter and let's get rid of all this stuff. Actually, let's go check one first. Another one that I love is free and clear. These are the houses that are free and clear. These people literally owe nothing on their mortgage. And I wanna go and see all the individuals that have their houses paid off, the John and the Mary Smiths. And let's go and make sure, let's see what else we have. Okay, this is in the last 2 months, so let's get rid of that. That should give us more. 68,000 homes are paid for free and clear, owned by individuals in Orlando, Florida. That is a tremendous amount of houses. So another thing you can do is you can kind of just go like, okay, are they absentee owned? Do they live out of state? Because that might be too big of a list. That might be a little overwhelming. So I now selected out of state owners that have their houses paid for free and clear. Now there's only 6,000. Let's see if we can take it down a little bit more. Let's see if last sale date. Let's see, ownership info. I want to do the last sale date of 10 years ago. So they've owned it for at least 10 years. So that would be 2012. Just select that all the way to, let's just go back to 1972. Select the date. All right, so these people have owned this a minimum since 2012. They're out-of-state owners and they're individuals, so it's not in like a corporate name or an LLC. That's John and Mary Smith. And let's see how many of those properties we have. We have 2,261. It went from 6,000 to 2,000. That's a little bit smaller of a list of work. And then you can do your campaigns like your skip tracing as well as your postcards. Let's see if we see any more that I like here. Another one I like is tax delinquent, but a lot of times, unfortunately, Propstream doesn't show those, so you can get those directly from your county treasurer's office. Flippers could be either they're failing on their flip and they'll sell it to you and partner with you, or they can buy your next property that you get under contract. Senior owners, these are people that are 55 and older. Vacant land, one of my most favorite lists to mail to get smoking hot deals. And then I'll leave it at that, but those are some of the best lists that I found on Propstream to find the most motivated sellers. All right, so let me tell you exactly how you can start using Propstream today for free, and that is by going to the landsharkslist.com. That will give you a 7-day free trial, and then it's like $98 a month after that. This is one of the best investments that we make in our real estate business. A lot of times you're gonna invest in tools that will allow you to be able to find these motivated sellers so easily. Again, that's the landsharkslist.com. See you later. Hope you smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you next on the next video.